Imagine waking up one morning in 2035, walking outside, and realizing something unbelievable. Every brand new car on the dealer lot is electric. No more gasoline engines. No roaring V8s. No turbocharged 4s. No diesel torque monsters. Just electric motors, silent acceleration, and charging ports everywhere. This is the real direction the world is heading, and it is happening faster than most people realize. The next car you buy could very easily be your last gas car ever. And the biggest fuel and energy companies are preparing for a future where electric becomes the baseline, not an option. So before you buy a NY car, especially a gas car, you must watch this video until the end. Because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly whether it's smart to buy a gas car in the late 2020s. Or if that decision could cost you thousands of dollars, destroy your resale value, and leave you stuck with a car that the world simply doesn't want anymore. Let's start with the truth nobody wants to admit. Over 60 nations have made public commitments to phase out new petrol and diesel car sales by 2035. Some regions want to go even earlier. Picture this. In just 10 years, kids born today will grow up thinking gas stations are weird. Mechanics will specialize in EVs. Car companies will release electric-only generations of their most iconic models. But behind these political decisions, something much bigger is going on. Car companies, the giants, are preparing for a world where the combustion engine is no longer king. Production lines are changing. Multi-billion-dollar EV battery facilities are being built. Entire fleets are transitioning. And here's the part most people overlook. That means the decline of gas cars will begin long before 2035. And by 2031 or 2032, you may find that people simply don't want to buy it from you. But before we panic, let's dig deeper. Because the real story is far more nuanced and way more interesting. Not all countries are handling this the same way. Some want a hard stop, others want exceptions for hybrids. Some say synthetic fuels could save certain engines. And then you have car companies lobbying for flexibility to protect jobs and factories. This is where things get messy. If you're thinking of buying a car soon, this messy zone is exactly what you need to understand, because the wrong decision could hurt you financially. Let's break down what happens if you buy a new gas car right now. At first, everything feels normal. You fill up at the pump, you maintain it like any other car, and maybe you even enjoy the classic driving feel. But as we move closer to 2030 and beyond, fuel costs could rise. Insurance companies may increase premiums for ICE cars because they are riskier and less future-proof. Dealers start reducing inventory of gas models. Automakers release fewer new gasoline models each year. Repair shops shift their focus to EVs, and expertise on ICE engines becomes rarer. Governments may tighten emissions testing, making older ICE cars costlier to keep on the road. The car that makes sense to you today could feel outdated in just a few years. A lot of ICE owners today think gas cars will become classic collectibles, that their value will rise. But that only happens when a car is iconic. A normal sedan, crossover, or small hatchback. Those won't be collectible. They'll be relics of an era that's fading away. But does this mean everyone must go electric immediately? Because for millions of people, hybrids and plug-in hybrids are still incredibly practical. But their future is complicated. Some countries want hybrids banned by 2035. Some want to keep hybrids alive indefinitely. Some argue that hybrids shouldn't count as full ICE because they emit less. Others say hybrids still burn fuel, so they must go. This confusion makes hybrids a risky long-term investment. Great for the next 5 to 8 years? Definitely. But safe beyond 2035? No one can guarantee that, not even the automakers who build them. Now let's talk about the EVs. Because whether you like them or not, EVs are where the world is heading. In 2025, EVs are at a turning point. Battery tech is improving fast, charging networks are expanding, and prices are dropping as competition gets intense. And the biggest shift? EVs are no longer just expensive toys for the wealthy. Companies are launching affordable EVs with good range, realistic pricing, and solid reliability. And with that, something becomes clear. The EV market is about to explode. By 2030, EVs could be cheaper than gas cars in many markets. Governments offer incentives. Energy companies build more chargers. Automakers retire older ICE engine lines. And by 2035, buying a brand new gas car may feel as strange as buying a new flip phone in the age of smartphones. But here is where things get really interesting. This shift is not just about climate or regulations. Gas cars require constant maintenance. Oil changes, belts, fluids, spark plugs, that's where dealerships make money. EVs? Far fewer moving parts. Less maintenance, less repair cost, more reliability. This changes how companies profit. This forces dealerships to evolve. This changes how you experience car ownership. And this, ultimately, is why the world is moving away from gas cars faster than expected. Now let's circle back to you, the car buyer. If you are planning to buy a car between 25 to 2030, you're at a crossroads. Choose a gas car, and you might have an outdated vehicle long before you finish paying it off. Choose a hybrid, and you might be safe for now, but uncertain long term. Choose an EV and you're stepping into the future early, where the world is clearly heading. Because the truth is this, 2035 is not the beginning of the EV age. It is the end of the gas car age. And the shift won't happen in 2035. It's already happening right now. Every year from now on, gas cars will lose market share. Every year, automakers will release fewer ICE models. Every year, more cities will enforce zero-emission zones. Every year, gas cars will get a little harder to maintain, a little more expensive, and a little less desirable. So what should you do? If you want peace of mind, future-proofing, lower long-term costs, and better resale value, going electric is the safest move. If you want a transition option with familiarity and fuel flexibility, if you insist on buying a gas car, because whether we agree with the bans or not, the 2035 bans will reshape the car market forever. The question is not whether the future is electric. If you want more real-world breakdowns like this, hit subscribe to Motorverse Hub. And what will your next car be? The future is coming fast, and the car you buy next may determine whether you ride the wave.